What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lowe's Prime, and I'm here to give you combo number 3 for my newest deck, which is my Igknight deck. If you did not catch videos number 1 and 2, please visit my channel. Take a look at those videos. You'll be all caught up for this video here. So, like I said, we're gonna combo using just 2 random Igknights and 1 random card. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, we're gonna scale up both Veteran and Squire. We're gonna activate Veteran's Pendulum effect to destroy both of the scales to add a Fire Warrior from our deck to our hand. And the Fire Warrior we're gonna add is the best normal summon in our deck, which is gonna be Igknight. We're gonna normal summon Igknight. Igknight effect is going to equip Igknight. Squeak is gonna unequip. Then we're gonna use both of these for the link summon of Assault. Assault's on summon effect is going to add us Cavalier. Make sure it's a scale 2, guys. That's very important. Any Igknight to do, just a scale 2. So second effect is going to drop Durandal to the grave to special summon out Renaud. Renaud on summon is going to add us back Durandal from the grave. We're going to activate Durandal, equip it to any one of these monsters to search for Ignis and send Durandal to the grave. Now, once we get Ignis in our hand, we can go ahead and start to Pendulum Summon. So we're going to scale up Cavalier and Ignis, and we're going to Pendulum Summon back out Veteran and Squire. Once those 2 on the board, we can leave them there for just a second. Now we're going to activate Cavalier's effect to destroy her and Ignis. To special summon, to add Therion Bull, and Ignis is going to special summon the Draco Slayer, which is going to be Pegasus. Pegasus effect on summon is going to add us a field card, which is going to be Therion Coliseum, but we have to get rid of a card. So let's go ahead and discard Triple Tactless Talent to the grave. Now at this point, we can go ahead and start creating a board here. So we're going to take the level 4 tuner, special summon from Ignis, which is Pegasus, and Veteran, and we're going to synchro summon these 2 for Baron de Fleur. All right, cool. Now we're gonna take these 3 monsters here, Squire, Renaud, and Assault, and we're going to link summon for Appaloosa, Boy the Goddess, with 3 counters, giving her attack, 2,400. All right, now we're going to activate Therion Bull, targeting Igknight in the grave, special summon Bull, equip Igknight, and now we're gonna unequip Igknight, making him a tuner because we will not be using the extra deck any further after this point once we make this last synchro summon. So we're going to synchro summon these 2 for the card I have yet to use in these combo videos is Boiled Savage Dragon. Boiled Savage Dragon effect is going to activate, is going to equip Assault from the grave. And guys, just keep in mind when you guys are doing all this equipping and stuff, try not to lock out your pendulum zones. You never know what's gonna happen. Never know when you're gonna need them. So at this point, we're gonna activate Therion Coliseum to search for a Therion monster, which is going to be Regulus. Activate Regulus effect, targeting Bull and grave. We're gonna special summon Therion Regulus, and we're gonna equip Therion Bull to him. So this does it for the end board here, which we have 3 Omni negates, and we also have a monster that can negate the effect of effect monsters 3 times, and we also have attack negation here to probably save Appaloosa when she runs low on negates because her attack decreases. So this is what we were able to push out with just 2 Igknights in our hand and 1 random card. Let me show you open at least 5 Igknights in your hand to show you what kind of board we can create. So let's get into that combo now. All right, YouTube, we're back with combo line number 3, and it's going to be the final combo for this particular video. But it will be splitting off into 2 paths, and I'm going to need you guys' help or input to figure out which board you guys feel may be better suited for the format or just in general. So, unfortunately, guys, we opened with 5 Igknights, but that's okay. We're going to power through it. Of course, this is random. Your random Igknights in your hand may be different, and your board may turn out to be totally different from mine because it's just random. So, but this is the 5 Igknights I'm going to use in this particular combo, but let's see how we can work it out. So we have Margrave and we have Veteran here. We're going to scale up both Margrave and Veteran. We're going to use Margrave's Pendulum effect to destroy both scales to search for a fire warrior. The fire warrior we're going to search for is going to be Ignis. Also in this video, guys, we're going to be using Ignis in a pretty different way. So we're going to scale up Ignis and we're going to scale up Paladin here. And we're going to use Paladin's effect to destroy the scales to search for a fire warrior. And that fire warrior is going to be Igknight. I know it's kind of crazy to be searching out Igknight right now, but trust me, we're going to use him. He's going to be very important. So now that we have Igknight in hand, Ignis effect is going to proc, and we're going to get out Pegasus to the field. Pegasus hit the field to search as a field card, but we have to discard a card, and we're going to discard Igknight to the graveyard, which that's exactly what we want them to be because we're going to use them with Bull. But we have to go get Bull, so we're going to activate Therion Disc Coliseum to search us out Therion Bull. At this point here, we're going to activate Bull, targeting Igknight, equip, then we're going to unequip, make him a non-tuner, link summon away for Isolde. Isolde's first effect, we're going to search for a warrior. Any Igknight will do, but just make sure you have the correct scale. So you want to, I have already a scale 7, so I grabbed a scale 2. So and vice versa, you guys need to make sure that you're paying attention because you're going to need to pendulum summon to fully make the end board here. So we grabbed the scale 2 because we have a 7. Now, so second effect, we're going to drop Durandal to the grave to special summon out Renard. Renard is going to add us back Durandal from the graveyard, and we're going to equip Durandal to either one of these, and we're also going to activate Durandal to search for another Renard, getting rid of this Durandal here, and now we can move over to pendulum summoning for this turn. So we're going to scale up Templar, and we're going to scale up Cavalier. And we're going to pendulum summon out here Ignis and Veteran to the link arrows, and we're going to pendulum summon out Crusader from our hand here. So now our board is pretty much full. So let's start breaking this board down and putting up some powerful monsters. So Pegasus is a level 4 tuner. We're going to use Pegasus and Veteran to make Baron the Flyer. All right, once we do that, we created at least one slot for our Infernoble Knight Roland to be special summoned to the field. So we're going to special summon Renard to the field, I'm sorry. And we're going to treat him as a tuner. I'm going to treat him as a tuner here. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to explain why I put that there in just a second. So now we're going to use the tuner Renard and Ignis here to synchro summon Roland. Roland effect activates on summon and resolves on the end phase. And we're now going to use Renard and Isolde here to link summon for one of my favorite link monsters in the game, for Ferocious Flame Swordsman. All right, so now that we got Flame Swordsman on field, we're going to then synchro summon using Captain Roland and Crusader to special summon out Borload Savage Dragon. Savage is going to activate his effect and is going to equip Isolde from the graveyard to himself, giving him 2 negates. Put that right back up there. Giving him 2 negates. But we're not done yet. As you guys can tell, we did not normal summon yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate Templar's Pendulum effect to disrupt both scales to search for a fire warrior. And the fire warrior we're going to search for is Yugioh the Flame Buddy. And Yugioh the Flame Buddy effect says, if this card is normal summon or special summon, you can target one face-up monster card in either player's spell or trap card zone, special summon it to your field. You can target one other face-up monster you control, equip that face-up monster to this card as an equipped spell that gives it 500 attack. You're going to use the effect of Yugioh once per turn. So now that we have Yugioh here, we need to figure out how we can best utilize Yugioh. Luckily, we have Roland in the graveyard, and Roland can equip himself to any warrior on board to give that warrior 500 attack during the main phase. So we're going to activate Captain Roland in grave, equipping him to Ferocious Flame Swordsman, but we're also going to normal summon Yugioh. Yugioh effect on normal summon special summons Captain Roland to our field, And now we have a level 5 tuner and a level 4 warrior. And we're going to synchro summon these two for Emperor Charles. Now we have Emperor Charles on the field. We can move to the end phase. But before we move to the end phase, guys, this is where the video is going to split up, because I'm going to create two different end boards, and I want you guys to decide which end board you think is better for you. So this signifies here as board number 1, and I'm going to move this up here to signify board number 2. So don't worry about that. So this is the board, what it looks like before we go to the end phase. So I'll be stopping the video here for the pickup of the next video, and we're going to continue. So let's continue with this board here. So end phase, we're going to activate Roland's effect. We're going to send 1 equip card to the grave to add a fire warrior from our deck to our hand. And now we're going to activate Charles' effect. We're going to equip him with Joyce from the grave, and he's also going to equip a fire warrior from our deck to him. Now, once Charles gets equipped, he's going to activate his effect to destroy any card on the field. We're actually going to destroy Charles in this instance. So we're going to destroy Charles. And when Joyce goes to the graveyard, Joyce's effect is going to activate, and it's going to let us special summon a fire warrior from our hand. And it's going to be Great Shogun Shin. If you guys did not catch the first video where I utilized Great Shogun Shin, go pay that video a visit. So this is going to be the end board for this particular combo line, but like I said, I'm gonna reverse it and we're gonna go a different ways, but let's just total out what we have here. So on this board here, we have, need that in a second, we have 2 Omni Negates, and we have an attack negation, and we also have a restriction for our opponent. They can only play 1 spell or trap during their turn. Also, we have a form of recovery here in the form of Ferocious Flame Swordsman. Some of you guys might not know what he does, so let me go ahead and read them out for you. It takes 2 different monsters with different names. All warriors on the field gain 500 attack, so he's 18, he's 3,000, and bearing the floor is 35. All of them gain 500 attack. If this link summon card is destroyed by battle or by opponent's card effect while it's in the monster zone, you can target 1 non-linked warrior monster in your graveyard and special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So what that means is if these 2 cards gets cleared, any warrior gets cleared off the board before he does, they have a chance to get special summon back to the field. So what we have loaded up here is also Captain Roland, Emperor Charles. We also have all the other warriors in our graveyard as well to take advantage of Ferocious Flame Swordsman effect. So that does it for this particular end board. Let's reverse the field back, and I'm going to give a different end board, and you guys can decide which end board you guys like the most. So let's go into the other one. All right, guys. So here we are at still in the main phase, right before we go to the end phase here. But I wanted to just lay out what's going on here. So we just synchro summoned our Emperor Charles. We're on example number 2, indicated by this up here. And we're going to go ahead and finish this turn off. So let's move to the end phase. Captain Roland effect is going to resolve. He's going to drop Metal Silver Armor to the graveyard, and is also going to add as a Fire Warrior from my deck to our hand, which is going to be a Mortal Phoenix Giftfree for the follow-up next turn, if there's a next turn. So Charles' effect is going to activate. It's going to equip himself with Metal Silver Armor, and also equip himself from the deck with a Fire Warrior being Olivier. So Charles just created a soft lock here. If you guys don't know about the Charles Infernoble Armor soft lock, revisit a couple videos back and you guys will get that information here. So here's the end board. We have 2 Omni Negates. We also have a form of disruption on our opponent's turn with the combo of Roland and Charles. And we have the soft lock here. Also, we have a form of recovery with Ferocious Flame Swordsman. If he leaves the field, he gets to special summon any warrior from the graveyard to the field. And we also have attack negation here. So if I feel like somebody is, I don't want to lose a person on a monster on the board, I can negate it with this Coliseum, sending a Therion to the graveyard from our deck. So this does it for this particular combo. I want you guys to comment down below if you guys like example number 1 or example number 2 for the particular inboard here. This has been your boy, Lord Solar Prime, and I'm out, guys. Peace.